One of the best things about working for the Access Group is we get to meet our customers. Today we're here in sunny Southampton to meet global e-commerce experts. Let's check it out.
My name is Ricky Hooker. I'm the General Manager at Global E-commerce Experts. Global E-commerce Experts is a multi-faceted consultancy that grows overseas sellers from outside the EU into the EU, or globally. So we'll take businesses who are outside the region and we'll bring their goods and services into the region. So we handle product and tax compliance, shipping, customs, and then onward 3PL facilities after the goods have arrived. So we'll put the goods into our warehouse, prep them for Amazon warehouses, and also then handle their ongoing e-commerce concerns within the UK and EU from our warehouse in Southampton, and then also from our warehouse in Amsterdam. Since Brexit, of course, goods have to be split between the UK and the EU. So whilst products might be being sold in Europe as a geographic region, say if you're an American seller and you want to sell in Europe, you have to store some goods in the UK and some goods within the EU. We choose the Netherlands because the shipping and customs procedures are the least complicated, and that allows free access across Europe. Global E-commerce Experts is an expansion business that's been built out of the need for e-commerce sellers to grow internationally. So in fact, our need for Mintsoft has grown, our need for software to provide for that has grown as those sellers have wished to grow. So the business was developed to solve the issues that overseas sellers had in coming to the region and kind of break down all of those barriers of trading. And each of the features that Mintsoft has, we then relay out to our clients as functions and features of our own business. We used other order management software, which of course had the capacity to manage fulfillment avenues, final mile couriers and things like that. It didn't have any capacity to manage the stock itself, and it certainly didn't have any sophistication in terms of customizations and being able to manage workflows and multiple couriers. Specifically, since we moved to Europe, where final mile couriers are a completely different landscape, we then needed to make sure we were working with a software house that could keep up with the requirement for those different couriers.
So my name's Ben Smart. My job title is 3PL coordinator. And what I do in my job on a daily basis is I am the liaison between customer service and the warehouse team. So I take any requests from customer service and our client, and I pass those on to the warehouse and put those jobs in place. And then on the other side of things, I take jobs and queries from the warehouse and feed them back to customer services and give them back to the client. I use Mintsoft in every aspect of it, from as simple as pushing orders and creating batches, uploading product templates, getting information about products, and booking couriers. Every element of Mintsoft I use. The thing I like most about Mintsoft is how user-friendly it is, and how easy it is to navigate from as soon as you log on. It's pretty simple to navigate your way around the system and find everything you need. One of the great things about Mintsoft is everybody's user account can be adapted to what those specific needs are, from having every permission down to as few permissions as possible, which in warehousing is really good for when you've got temps in over Christmas and busy periods, because you can give those members of staff just the bare minimum access so that they can't make any mistakes or cause any issues, and then for your management and your upper seniors, they can have all the permissions they need.
The most recent attachments that have been added onto Mintsoft, specifically the FBA module and the custom rules capacity, really transforms the product in terms of customization. It allows us to give clients their own specific order rules. Very specifically, it automates Amazon FBA orders which were previously manually input into the system. So the decrease in administration time, both from the client's perspective and as well as ours, is quite dramatic. Stocking out's a big issue, and it's a really big issue, especially if you're working abroad and you can't, you're not constantly on a different time zone, you're not constantly seeing whether or not this is going on or not. By combining the FBA module and order rules, it can mean that you can automatically replenish your stock when it runs low. So in effect, we can tell our clients that using our business, using our software solution, they remove that headache and worry entirely, because you don't need to stock out. We're a people-led business, but we know that software is at the heart of our business. It's the engine of what runs what we do. By adding in a Premier Success plan, we got access to a key member of staff within Mintsoft who really transformed our relationship and capacity. Rather than working with the software as a function of the business, it's really become integral to the decisions that we make, our strategic direction, and and how we work in both directions, because we're able to gain access to understand where the Mintsoft product is moving and how that might affect us. And likewise, we've got a really open forum to discuss the things that we're doing in our organisation and our growth, to understand whether they could be catered for within the product.
I'm Jay, I'm a warehouse manager. First thing in the morning, I come in and I check what orders have come in overnight. I check what's coming in as an inbound. I then process all the orders for the guys to start picking. I give a team briefing to tell them what they're going to be doing during the day. Obviously, as a manager, there's reports. Any issues come my way from upstairs and from the guys themselves. It's just making sure this operation runs as smoothly as it can. I use Mintsoft to generate orders, to look at stock queries, to run reports.
We use Workspace for the analytics function in terms of the data that comes from Mintsoft, and we use that a lot for our KPI dashboarding. Most importantly, the analytics tool, which for us is what Workspace is about, gives us a much higher degree of control over our KPIs than we ever had before, because that data simply wasn't available to us. And we can also understand if we are truly efficient, and most importantly, we can understand by product and by client whether or not we're profitable enough. I'd recommend Mintsoft to any business that was sending out goods B2B or B2C in conjunction with, and therefore with the caveat of, a Premier Success plan, because that's what gives a partnership of trade and the capacity to grow using the product, rather than a tool that's in your toolbox.